Sunday morning. We've just been having a look at the apprentice cutting competition, and I'm here with two of the industry's most gun cutters. Now, competition work and doing stage work is really important for young apprentices and young hairdressers in the development of their skills, but also confidence and things, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think just the whole idea of just that pressure of performing live and creating something, and I guess as for judges, we're looking at concept and also just the precision and thought. Very important.
Sure. So did you do a lot of competition work when you were younger?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's really where my foundation of all my work came from. And I think when I look at most of the guys now who are up in the top echelon of hairdressing in Australia now, most of them all were on that competition floor in the early days and really trying their skills out there and fine-tuning them, and it's really what is their stepping stone to the next part of their career all the time, especially getting that practice in, because competition's all about practice and going over technique. So it's not just about a photo shoot or a fashion catwalk that moment. It's you do a lot of practice, and obviously practice makes perfect, like always.
Culture. Sunday morning, we're here with Julie Hagney, who's the principal of the Pivot Point Sydney Academy. Hive of activity as usual, hands-on workshops. Hello, Julie, how are you?
Hey, Jenny, great to be here. Thanks for coming to see us at our workshop.
No, pleasure. It's always a hive of activity up here, isn't it? Busy. So what are your students doing today?
Well, unbelievably, we have 100 people at once doing the same hairdo, which is pretty exciting. Our foundation skills are really what we do best and most of, but of course, keeping fashion and keeping on trend is really important. So it's wonderful to come to Hair Expo. We have people here from New Zealand and all around Australia, of course, as well, and working on foundation techniques, but for this season's looks. So there's lots of different variations going on in the classroom. That's always exciting.
Culture. We've been at the Look and Learn seminar having a look at some of the great stuff that the Stevie English team have been doing. We're here with Jade and Kirsty to talk us through it.
So for me in the seminar today was about tying in Stevie to us so that we're a whole team, even though he's done a colourist collection. So one of my looks was just basically from his collection, so I wanted to show how we tie our last two looks together.
I think for me, I just spoke a fair bit about, I think, managing the salon. We opened only 4.5 years ago. We've gone from 4 staff to 24 in a matter of 4.5 years. So I just spoke a bit about how we kind of go about doing that. One of the looks I did was the braided number, which was 2 different techniques, one using a 5-strand braid and the other one was like a 4-strand sort of roping.
Well, it's Sunday afternoon, it's raining outside, but it's been hot in here because we've just seen a fabulous seminar by the gorgeous Jane Wild. Hello, Jane. It's always a delight to see you.
Glad you enjoyed it. It's lovely of you to say.
Now, that was a bit of a combination of your amazing show last night and then some great cuts, soft colours.
Yeah, soft colours, but we're sort of having contradiction. As I said, it's melancholy. Yeah. When I looked it up again, I said that means, people going, that means depressed. Not depressed, they're just depressed colours, as in they're saturated, like desaturated colours. So muted or something. But we thought melancholy was quite a lovely word.
Yes. Well, I don't think anyone was crying in the audience, so that was probably a good thing.
Melancholy colours, and then it married nicely with the stronger haircuts that we were doing. We're still with the little extricated pieces and stuff. And same with our do's from last night. A lot of the do's are extricated as well, so it sort of fitted in nicely with the haircuts.
Culture. Well, it's nearly the end of day 2 of Hair Expo, and we're very proud to catch up with our friends from Vidal Sassoon. Hello, boys. How are you? Edward, Bruce, and Mark. You've just done a fantastic seminar. Great to see you back in Australia. I was upstairs before, and there was a huge queue all the way around, and I thought, I wonder whose seminar that is. That would be yours. Gosh, you had a full house.
Yeah, we did. Again, brilliant crowd. It's just nice to sort of have that time to just share our ideas and what we think about hair, fashion and music and style and all those sort of things combined, based around a particular collection or a particular look. But it was just kind of nice to share our ideas with really appreciative people.
Fantastic. And there's some beautiful colour work there as well, Edward.
Yeah, I think with the colour work this time, we've sort of tried to go through the whole spectrum of colour, from very sort of dark, cool browns through into red, and then finishing with quite a big selection of blondes. So yeah, it's been a really interesting year this year.
What's your favourite one, Bruce?
Well, I think it's been really exciting, sort of like using geometric cutting methods, but making them really, really soft. So building like really strong shapes, but then going back through and pointing into the hair and kind of deconstructing it, but in a very, very controlled way.
Now, every young hairdresser wants to be a session stylist these days, so it's very appropriate seminar to, see what goes on behind the scenes, how you create the hair, but also how that translates into photography.
It is. I think in terms of younger session stylists coming in, probably awesome to see. I think the only thing we couldn't show today is how much work you have to do to get to this level.
So what sort of lighting and things like that, what were you sort of looking for? I mean, obviously there was an aquatic kind of theme.
In terms of, I guess because we've put a stage show, people have to see what's going on. Probably in a normal shoot I would have had a few more lights and a few more bits and pieces to mould the light and change it. So we've gone pretty basic, which I also think is good in terms of people going, this guy's only using one light and the images look amazing. And that's a cool thing to do on stage too.
Fantastic. So Kevin, why don't you tell us a little bit about the looks that you were doing today?
Okay, so we began, I think we began with the clothes, of course. We were going for like an aquatic theme. So we went for a one texture at the front, one texture at the back. So we tried to not do the front the same as the back, if that makes any sense. So one technique here and one technique there. So whether the front was gone or the back was gone, it's sort of versatile. But I also want to go for a bit of height and create things that you couldn't do in the salon or do at home. So I wanted to show them something that they could look at. It was something that would become something else without getting too weird.
And as if the models aren't tall enough now, you've done gravity-defying hair as well.
I want them to look like giants. Yeah.